Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about EFS. I am going to explain you the whole use case of EFS, why we are using this service, and we will talk about how we can implement this as well. EFS is one of the most important part of AWS services. We can say that most important part of the storage as well. We already discussed about EBS, kind of directly attached storage. Here, we are going to talk about EFS. It is really very interesting that how we can use EFS in the real world scenario. Now, to explain you this, I'm going to give you one very simple basic example so you guys can understand this very easily, and then we are going to discuss about other use cases of EFS as well. Now, let's understand EFS in comparison of EBS. Now, let's say that I have one website and I want to host this website with AWS. Of course, right now I'm going to host this website into the EC2 instances. Now, I want to provide high availability. I want that my website must be available 24/7. If any of your AWS availability zone goes down, I want that my website must be uninterrupted. In this case, to provide high availability, I have two EC2 instances in separate availability zone. So, example, I have this EC2 instance in AP South 1A, and this EC2 instance is in AP South 1B. Okay. So, I have two EC2 instances in separate availability zone. Now, user can able to open website from any of these particular EC2 instances. And I have to provide them identical website. Now, suppose if I'm not using EFS, I have to use EBS. So, I'm going to explain you that what happens if you are going to use EBS. Now, EBS is not shared storage. It is actually directly attached storage, and you cannot share with multiple EC2 instances. So suppose if I want to use EBS over here to store my website, I have to have two EBS volume. I have to attach this with this EC2 instances, and then I can put my website over here separately in this EBS volume. So I have to put my website over here, and I have to put my website over here in this EBS volume as well. Now here, we have two identical websites loaded into this two EBS volume. Now if you have two, then it is completely okay. But suppose if you have 10 EC2 instances, then you have to put your website into the 10 EBS volume. Now the problem over here is when you are going to update your website, right? And now, recently we have to update this website occasionally. So suppose if I'm going to update this, I have to update this into this 10 EBS volumes. I have to update website over here, I have to update website over here, and up to 10 instances. Now this is actually problematic over here. Now let's understand what happens if I'm going to use if I'm going to use EFS instead of EBS. So let me remove this EBS, and here I'm going to use EFS. Now the biggest advantage of EFS is it is shared storage. So this EFS will be accessible from these two EC2 instances. So I have single EFS volume accessible by any number of EC2 instances. Now, I'm not going to put my website into the multiple EBS volume. Here, I will put my website into this single EFS volume. Okay. Now, I have only single website accessible from the multiple EC2 instances. Suppose if I am using 100 EC2 instances, and if I will update my website from here, it will automatically update it from all the EC2 instances as well. So using shared storage device having many advantage. But EFS having one disadvantage as well. EFS is actually Linux based storage. It is based on Linux NFS. So suppose if you want to use EFS, you have to have Linux instances, right? So it supports only Linux, not Windows. Now you may have one question that, okay, but what if I want to host my website with a Windows instance? In this case, we are going to discuss about FSX in upcoming days. But yes, keep this in mind, EFS supports Linux instance only. So now, I explain you one particular case that you can store your website over here in the EFS and then you can access this website from the multiple EC2 instances. It is one of the use case we have for EFS. The another use case we have is...
Thanks for watching. To continue learning AWS with structured lessons, real labs, practice tests, and live sessions with Bhavesh Atara, join our full course at www.cloudfolkshub.com. For any help, call 982-575-7737. All course details are provided in the description.